Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Well, we are at JOBCON 2017, and today we're here. We are going to see a lot of recruiters, employers, employees, job seekers, so I highly encourage all of you, make sure you network, go around the booth, tables.
Hi, my name is Adrian and I'm the Workplace Solutions Officer for BBVA Compass Bank. We're here at JOBCON to talk to you today about recruiting. We're looking for mortgage officers, bankers, workplace solutions officers like myself, and people to work the back office. And we're here to provide our promotion, as you see right here, that if you open a free checking account with us by the 28th, you will receive a $200 cash bonus as long as you have a one-time $300 direct deposit. It's a totally free account, no fees, no minimum balance requirements, totally free account. We're here today to help you with your financial solutions, so while you're looking for a job, the last thing you want to do is pay fees, and we offer that free checking account for you for that reason. Again, I'm here with BBVA Compass, and we're here to provide your financial solutions as well as your job. And hopefully you will come to us and put your application in online. My name is Adrienne Blue. Have a great day.
Hi everybody, Craig and Shannon here from Allies in Service. This is Roger Staubach's nonprofit organization that helps U.S. military members getting out of the military or have been out for quite a while and are looking to enter the job market, or spouses of military members that are looking to get in the job market as well. We provide services for resume writing, mock interviews, social media content, making sure that that candidate is future-proof to get into the job market.
Hi, my name is Neetu Patel, and I'm here to represent New York Life at JOBCON 2017. New York Life, obviously, we are the #1 financial institution in the entire United States of America. Very proud to be a part of it. We are mainly looking to hire positions for financial advisory role as well as management, and we're offering a fast track into management today. Very excited. We've got a lot of great candidates, a lot of potential candidates, and thanks so much to Vikas Motkar and the entire JOBCON team for this opportunity. I appreciate you.
Good morning. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you for that warm greeting. I appreciate it, Neetu. And just by a show of hands, because it's been a while since I've been in the Dallas area, but show of hands, how many people have no stress in their lives? Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so everybody has a little bit of stress, somehow, some way. I had an interesting conversation with Neetu this morning too, because this is a really interesting thought. So I was looking at this poster up here. What does everybody notice about this poster that's interesting to them? Anything in particular? Everybody's got electronics, right? But what's very different, I noticed, is that people are talking to each other as well. So that the BC in JOBCON means before computers, okay? That's when people were really talking to each other. They didn't have much choice but to have to speak to each other live and in person, right? So how many people within the first 5 minutes of when you wake up are looking at your phones or computers? Show of hands. It's okay. It's really not, but I'm curious. How about before you go to bed? Within 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes? Yeah, many people. This is, if you think about it, when we wake up and it's the first thing that we look at in the first few minutes of our waking day, and there's not good news that you might be looking at in there, you're immediately stressed. You put your body in a stress. Same thing at night before you go to bed. It may cause you to not sleep very well because you're looking at this technology and something may be a trigger there, bad news. And it doesn't have to be personal either. It could be something with just that's going on in politics and government, and family, friends, relationships. It doesn't matter. But one of the things that we do in our practice, we talk about in our brain management side, is that good news makes a good brain. Bad news really sets off triggers in our thought process, which is not good, and it's bad for our health. One of the things that I've discovered, so when I was running talent acquisition for quite a few companies here in the Dallas area some years ago, I've been in Dallas about 26 years, and the last 9 have been in the Woodlands in the Houston area. But you know, I was moving at a rapid pace. I was a volunteer leader. I was coming and going from Plano to North Dallas, the Irving area. My body was a mess. And no matter how much physical exercise I did, I was doing cardio training, I was doing elliptical, running at home, doing some weight training, I was still feeling physical ailments with lower back pain, neck stress. I couldn't turn my neck well. But this was the routine that I was after for how many decades, right? So in the last 5 years, 6 years, I've kind of finally grown up. I'm becoming more mindful of who I am as a person and what's important to me. And so I want to share some of these techniques and ideas and thoughts for you that might, and I hope, help you through the practice that I've recognized and learned from. So just for one moment, you know, if you're thinking about something that's very stressful from your day, you know, what's kind of top of mind? Obviously, if you're a candidate or a job seeker, we know one thing is top of mind, right? Looking for work. And we also know that if you're a recruiter, another thing that's on top of mind is filling jobs. All these things that can be very stressful. For just one moment though, I'd like everybody to stand that's sitting, if you don't mind. I'm just gonna try a quick 1-minute exercise, if that. And I just want you to close your eyes for a moment. And this is a very simple technique. Just close your eyes and think of a very heartwarming place that you may have been, whether it's a childhood, your adulthood, just a special place, a quiet place for you. And bring your mind down. Release the stress, the thoughts, the to-do list, and just think about relaxing your brain, relaxing your mind very softly, allowing the stress to run down your body. Relax your throat. Release any kind of tensions that might be in the back of your throat. Relax your shoulders. This is a big area for a lot of stress to accumulate around our neck area and shoulders. Just relax your shoulders. Just release all that negative energy that you may be feeling when you walked in the door here. And then just let it drain down your arms, out your fingertips, through your hips, and through your legs, and down and out through the soles of your feet. Just quiet your mind and just feel at peace with yourself for just a moment here. All right, and then open your eyes. Do you feel any different than you did just before I started the discussion? I can see. Yeah, I see a lot of people. All right, you may sit again. Thank you. That's one element of something you can do for yourself before you find yourself going to, whether it's an interview or about to interview somebody else, or just going into a stressful situation so that you can quiet your mind. It only takes 60 seconds to do that. Mindfulness. There's so many mindfulness studies out there right now. If you look and see, the last point says that meditation can reduce anxiety by as much as 39%. And this is continually growing. It's amazing how the Buddhist monks, the Zen masters, there are many Eastern cultures from thousands of years ago knew this, that by reducing, the way to reduce stress and creating a very calming effect is meditation. And it can be very challenging for some of us. The first time I tried to meditate, which was about 5 years ago, I was in a room with just 3 people, and the gentleman was trying to talk us through this. And I had my eyes closed for about 20 minutes. It felt like an eternity, and I couldn't believe I really got through it. But it was interesting. I kind of gave up on it after that time. And it took me a couple more years before I tried to go back into it because it was just so challenging sitting there with my eyes closed and trying to kind of remove any thoughts from me. There are many forms of meditations too. There are moving meditations. There are sitting. You can stand as we were just doing. There are various poses within yoga that you can experience as well. So there's just, there are a lot of different options for quieting the mind, and you don't have to do this for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It's just, it could be a 60-second mindful meditation. It might be 5 minutes. I want to just read, this is the only slide I'm going to actually read to you, but this was somebody that I know on LinkedIn that posted a blog about a candidate experience. It was very interesting, and she just happened to be in the right place at the right time for this particular individual. 2 weeks ago, I was having lunch at a food court. The woman at the table next to me gets a phone call and starts to cry. She's trying hard to stop, but there was no holding back those tears. I asked if she was okay. She said, "I didn't get the job." It's something I think probably many of us have experienced before. She tried everything and everyone, and it's been over a year that she's been unemployed. She says, "I'm in a deep, dark hole and I don't see any way out. I am trying to get out, but I don't know how to do it." The continuous rejection she endured had beaten her down. And whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, or a year, it's very challenging to our mindset and our egos. And what this woman said was, she said, "Look, I took the time to encourage her, then I told her to send me her resume and I'll see what I can do." I forwarded it to one of my colleagues. She sent me an email beyond being excited and said that she got the job and was starting on Monday. And sometimes your blessings may come from a person or a place you never imagined. And this, this is something, we're all humans. We're all here to hopefully help each other and support each other. But the ego is a very challenging thing to control because we all have one. And it's a healthy thing to have, but we also lose our ego sometimes to try to be more thoughtful of others. When we talk about being rejected too, from a candidate's perspective, it could be one of the most brutal stakes to the heart. Our basic human need is to belong, and that causes these kinds of incidents and discussions that we're having now. But as recruiters, recruiters are dealing with their own levels of stress. So it's important to know that whether you're the candidate or the recruiter, everybody has got some level of stress. And it's very interesting to know that it's okay to feel stress, but when we talk about stress from the old days, before computers, typically stress was a fight or flight scenario that we were in. So when we're going back thousands of years, just survival for food was the greatest stressor we had, possibly, in protecting ourselves. So we were in a fight or flight state. And everything, our organs tense up, everything stops flowing, but we're ready to move. And yet, in this day and age, with all the technology we have, with all the comforts of home that we have, we're still feeling some of these stresses of fight or flight. And that's something that we do and can have control over in our minds. For the candidate, I want you to kind of recognize this too. This is a little quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. "Don't waste yourself in rejection nor bark against the bad, but chant the beauty of the good." No matter how many times and how difficult it may be, you go through that interview process and may get rejected, you've got to look for the good in it. What can I have learned? What did I learn from that particular interview? And it's okay to ask questions to be able to figure out if you're moving in the right direction for that job and have the ability to get some feedback. As a recruiter and a talent acquisition leader, there's a lot of issues going on too within the recruiting function, if you think about it. These talent acquisition leaders have high levels of stress related to filling positions. So everybody's experiencing this, it doesn't matter what side of the coin you're on. And it could be for the recruiters achieving, it's just trying to grow your personal and family life. It could be with your boss. It could be with your fellow employees, your retirement, growing a family with your children. But everybody's under stress, so we owe it to ourselves to learn how to reduce that stress so we can be more present when interviewing candidates. One thing for the candidate, though, that's very interesting, and this is some data that's out there, 50 to 80% of resumes have falsehoods in it. 50 to 80% of resumes have falsehoods in it. That's a really big number. So we're not being honest with ourselves or with our potential employers. And what's unfortunate about that is if those falsehoods are discovered, obviously, then whether it's a week down the road on the job, people are getting released because they don't have those degrees or certain elements of their jobs that they potentially didn't, they lied on or found out. So it's best to just be honest with yourself and with those that you're interviewing with. Let's talk about some indicators for stress. Indicators of stress. This is a quick list, but it's not an all-encompassing list. When we talk about people that have high cholesterol levels, high headaches, blood pressure, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, dis-ease, which is where we're losing ourselves, where we don't have any ease with our own bodies. These are a lot of just telltale signs that are taking place right now, and as a result of that, if we're not listening to our bodies, then these things will manifest themselves in very physical ways that create some of the stresses and go on to even bigger and worse things in our lives, whether it's cancer or other significant reasons that have to be put in the hospital. All right, so how do we deal with some of these ailments and these significant places that of discomfort that we have? One of the things that I've learned over the last couple of years. I started practicing yoga about 5 or 6 years ago, as I said. The first couple of years was more of a vinyasa flow, which is much more athletic style yoga. The last couple of years, though, has been a very different style. It's a much more mindful, meditative, a methodology for healing our own bodies. So I suggest, I'm going to share a couple of more things, but you can see that when we're creating energy flow, it resets your brain for dealing with the next challenge, whatever that might be. We have to prepare to open our minds and reduce blocked energy. Blocked energy is just simply blood flow that's not taking place and getting stale or stuck in specific areas of our body. And it's important to learn how to connect our mind, body, and spirit together so that we're working in harmony with ourselves. And it provides enhanced clarity and performance. I just met with an executive search consultant who's dealing with, he just started practicing yoga over the last year. And one of the things that he was telling me yesterday is that he has calls with Argentina, with the UK, all over the world, and then back to the US, and in between each one of those calls, he takes 5 minutes out to meditate and just quiet his mind because he's been going through a lot of stress of just listening and being focused on that one particular candidate or one particular client, whatever the case may have been. And it's really important to kind of cleanse his mind and just start fresh. And he says his performance has improved tenfold as a result of it. He's become much more impactful with the kinds of candidates that he's finding as well. So it really does work. We need to learn how to release that stale energy that resides in us. And this could be, just from any particular trigger that takes place. Another technique that I wanted to share with you before I get into this conversation here. For just one moment, I'm going to ask everybody to stand again. And close your eyes and just bounce. And while you're bouncing, shake your arms, shake your elbows, shake your wrists. Just keep shaking. Shake, 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 shake. Shake your hips. And if you have room, you can just kind of your hands, your elbows, your wrist, and doing this, and we're not even going to do this for a full 1 minute, but in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to stop. But continually do that. Just raise your, move your arms, shake your hands, shake your wrists, shake your fingers, release all that stale energy, those heavy burdens that are in your mind right now. Let them run down your body, out your feet, through the earth. And then with your eyes closed, just stop. And just feel your body for a moment. Do you feel any sensation in your arms, in your fingertips? You feel any energy running through that, any kind of vibration? Is anybody feeling that? Yeah, very good. That's energy, that's life. Just 60 seconds of that will allow you to become more conscious of what's going on inside of our bodies, and that quiets our minds, which is a much more healthier trigger for releasing endorphins endorphins, which is our joy. You can sit down again for a second. So, intestinal health facts I wanted to share with you. You can see that the gut, we focus on this practice around the gut. Our gut carries a lot of our health. It's responsible for the majority of our immune system. And when we have our intestines are wrapped around our abdomen, and there are pockets in our intestines, and when they become stiff from the kinds of foods we eat, the preservatives that are in foods, a lot of really cold drinks can stiffen the intestines, and we're typically drinking a lot of cold fluids versus warm tea or warm room temperature water. All these things have negative impacts on our digestive system. But you can see here, 95% of the body's serotonin, which is our happiness, is produced in our gut. 50% of our dopamine, which is our joy, is being produced in the gut. 75% of our entire bodily system, the whole immunity system, a third of our blood supply is running through that. And when we're not creating a healthy gut, it's going to cause all kinds of issues, as well as stress, which is going to impact not only your job, but your health. And so these are the things that we're trying to share with you right now that will have a great impact on just improving those particular bodily functions. Every degree, if we can raise our bodies 1 degree internally, and that I'm not talking about just from sweating and running around, but when we're doing different types of intestinal exercises, things that we're allowing for the body temperature to go up just 1 degree internally, that actually has a healing effect on our entire immune system. Thank you.
My name is Dana Lee, and I'm with Delta Dallas Staffing. Delta Dallas is a boutique staffing firm in the Dallas area. We have been in business for over 34 years, specializing in the verticals of administrative support, accounting, finance, and human resources. Within those verticals, we work from entry-level beginner up to the executive level. So if somebody is looking for a role within those 3 verticals, we can assist them. We specialize in taking the candidates and the clients through the hiring process, and we act as consultants to both sides. We have a tenured staff. We have executives who have been with the company for over 20 years. I personally have been with the company 15 years, and I have teammates who have been with the company anywhere from 5 to 8 to 10 years as well. So we're here to help people through the staffing process in the accounting, administrative, and human resources realms.
Hello, I'm Janina Gilbert here today at JOBCON 2017 with the City of Dallas Civil Service Department. We are sourcing and networking with job applicants here today. We have over 100 positions, job opportunities that you can review with us. Our website is www.dallascityhall.com, where you can review those positions. Check us out. We update our openings every Sunday. Thank you.
My name is Anirudh, and I'm here today to represent AKT LLC. It's a IT staffing firm which implements projects for the clients, and we are looking for plenty of resources, those who are mainly concentrating on ETL, Informatica, Teradata, business analysis, Java, .NET, and PHP, mainly like web applications. So we do have a couple of projects that coming up, and we are looking for resources who are expertise in Informatica, Teradata, and Java, business analyst, and Scrum Masters. So hopefully we found a lot of resumes, and we would have to start the recruiting process in the upcoming week.
How are we? Good. First of all, let's just get this out of the way. Yes, I do ride motorcycles. Can you tell? Okay, and I do have a Harley Davidson. And I got to tell you a story. Last year in May, I had an accident, broke my leg, got a concussion, and I learned two things from that accident. Okay, number one, the ground got a lot farther away than I remember, and number two, it's a lot harder than I remember. So those are two things I learned from that little incident. Okay, today we're going to talk about dealing with people you can't stand. Now, you've got to understand something. No matter where you work, no matter what you do, you're going to come across difficult people. Not sure why they're difficult, don't know, but you have to learn how to deal with it because you're going to need things from them to get your job done. Okay, and that's critical. So, what we're going to learn today is some things that we can do to better understand these personalities, okay? So, conflict, what is conflict? Anybody? What is conflict? No? Okay. Well, conflict is described as a state of disharmony, mutually exclusive impulses, desires, and tendencies, okay? Are we ever going to live a life without conflict? No, it doesn't exist. Conflict is something we just need to learn to deal with. There's no way to get around, okay? Can conflict be good? Yes, absolutely. Conflict can be good, and it is good, because it can get things to the surface that need to be getting to the surface, okay? So teamwork. Teamwork is described as a cooperative effort by the members of the group, of team, to achieve a specific goal. I always tell my students, if you cannot act as a team and understand what teamwork is, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how gifted you are, or how much you know your job, they are not going to want you. Because everything now is about teamwork. It's about synergy. Okay? It's about working together in diverse groups. Okay? Can teamwork exist with conflict? Absolutely, and it does. There's no way to get around it. Okay? And what we're looking for here is collaboration. Collaboration can be described as working together in a joint intellectual effort. What does a business do? That's what they do right there. They're working towards a goal, a mission, a vision. Okay? Can there be teamwork without collaboration? No, it doesn't exist. There has to be collaboration. So, who are these people that are so difficult to get along with that we can't stand? Well, there's 10 personalities. The tank, the sniper, the grenade, the know-it-all, and the think they know-it-all. Okay? I love those guys. The yes person, the maybe person, the think person, the no person, and the whiner. And a lot of the whiner, and you know what they do? They all smoke in front of the building together. I've learned that. I've learned that over 40 years. Definitely learned that. Okay? The tank is confrontational, pointed, and angry. The ultimate in pushing, aggressive behavior. And I got to tell you guys, angry is no way to go through life. Okay? These are the guys that have a heart attack in the copy room. You find them, and you just close the door and walk away. Yeah, you're going, I'm not even going to go there. They are difficult, difficult people. Everywhere I've ever worked, there's been a tank. And I come from healthcare, so there's a lot of tanks. Okay? God bless you. The sniper, through rude comments, biting sarcasm, or well-timed roll of the eyes, making you look foolish, is the sniper's whole game. That's their specialty. And I always say, wow, really, really? You don't have anything better to do? Okay? I was in the cafeteria one time, and this is when I first shaved my head. It was the very first time. I just found I was losing it anyway, so I thought, I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to do the Bruce Willis. And I did. Next day I came to work, went downstairs to get my hamburger, and somebody went, hey man, I love your haircut. Who cares what I do? You know, come on. The grenade. After a brief period of calm, the grenade explodes into unfocused ranting and raving about things that have nothing to do with the present circumstances. I call this look at the monkey. You know, look over here, don't look at me. Look over here. I worked with a guy. He was the director of X-ray. He was like this. He'd be normal for months, and then one day he'd just blow up for no reason. Okay? And I've got a great story for you. We were downstairs eating, and he went to get a candy bar out of the machine. Well, the candy bar got stuck. Well, The hospital where I worked, they bolted the candy machines to the wall so you couldn't shake them. So he went to get the lunch lady. Came back, somebody came, put in 75 cents and got 2 candy bars. Well, he got mad. And he was over there, I don't know what he was saying, but he was all animated and everything. So that day we had a meeting. The associate administrator told us everyone's going to have to cut their budget by 25%. And he just lost it. Was he mad about cutting his budget by 25%? No. He was mad about not getting that candy bar. He wanted his Twix. Okay? And these are guys you're going to work with. The know-it-all. I love these guys. Seldom in doubt. The know-it-all has a low tolerance for correction and contradiction. If something goes wrong, though, the know-it-all will speak with the same authority about who's to blame, and that's you. Okay? It's impossible to know everything. There are people that are at businesses for a very, very long time, and they do know a lot, but they don't know everything. Great way to handle these guys, and I know this is going to sound weird, but make them your mentor. Yeah, go to them and say, hey, I need a mentor. Would you help me? Especially if you're new in the field. Now, immediately, you got to remember, everyone, you're either with me or you're against me. There's no in between. Oh, they're kind of with me. That's like going home. Go home tonight and tell your partner, I kind of love you. See what happens. It's going to rain, so it's probably not a good idea. But it's that same thing where you're either with me and these guys. These guys are, you're either with me or you're against me, man. Yeah, so once, and these guys can be problematic, really problematic. And once you ask them to be your mentor, they get out of your way. The obstacle is removed. They'll think they know it all. Anybody remember the old show Cheers? Remember Cliffy the mailman? He was a think they know it all. He always had these things, but he always told these stories about different research and all that, but it was, he just made it up. The think they know it all can't fool all the people all the time, but they can fool some of the people enough of the time and enough of the people all the time, all for the sake of getting attention. Okay? These are the ones that aren't getting enough attention, so they come in, oh, I had lunch with Bigfoot. Really? Yeah, at Starbucks. Wow, get a stone together. Yeah, these are the guys that come out with the outrageous stories. You know what you do with these guys? Ask them for the statistics. Where's the statistics on that? Can I see pictures? No, let me tell you, we all have a phone, we all have a camera. If I have lunch with Bigfoot, I'm taking pictures. I'm telling you right now. Really, I want to see him eating that steak. Okay? The yes person, these people are wonderful. They say yes to everything. Okay? And the problem with these folks is that they overcommit. They're good people, they just overcommit. Okay? And now you need something from them. You need, a report or something. And they say, oh yeah, I got that for you. But they've said that to 200 different people. So they can't deliver. And then when you get upset because you didn't get your report, they get resentful. And then they see you in the cafeteria and they look at you like this. Right? Yeah, and you're like, what did I do? I just needed the report. Sorry, but they do. But they're good people. The thing about these folks, what you do is you give them weird deadlines. They say, we need that by 5 o'clock Friday. Tell them, we need that Tuesday at 2:59. That blows their mind. And then you just keep checking with them. Periodically, you don't have to overdo it, but just every once in a while go, yeah, we're good, because, I ran federal grants for a long time, and you don't mess with the feds. If you have to put in a report, you better get it in on time, because they get really upset. And then they'll pull your grant. Some of these grants were $1 million. So that's what I do. Also, chocolate helps. Everybody likes chocolate, right? Anybody not like chocolate? No? Everybody likes chocolate. Chocolate's powerful. It's a powerful tool, man. Trust me, I've been using it for a long time. Bring chocolate. I brought chocolate to the ICU nurses because they hated me. And after a couple of times, they loved me. One problem is, I opened the Pandora's box there, and I was bringing them chocolate. I had to bring them chocolate all the time. My ex would go, what's with all the chocolate? Well, now I'm stuck. I got to take it to the nurses, man. The maybe person. In a moment of decision, the maybe person procrastinates in the hope that a better choice will present itself. Sadly, with the most decisions, there comes a point where it's too little, too late, and the decision makes itself. Have you ever put off, you procrastinated making a decision and it made itself? Yeah, I have. Not good. And you know what's bad about that? It's never what you want. Okay? You're like, oh, I should have. Yeah. And there's some examples. Don't pay that traffic ticket. Blow it off. Yeah, that decision will make itself. Don't file your taxes. That decision will make itself. Okay? With these folks, they have a really hard time making decisions because they're so afraid they're going to make the wrong decision. These folks need to be coached. They need to be coached. They need to be coached that sometimes there's just no perfect decision. Okay? And they need to learn that. You make the best decision based on the quantifiable and qualitative information that you have. Period. Okay? The nothing person. Who's worked for somebody like this? No verbal feedback, no nonverbal feedback, nothing. What else could you expect from the nothing person? I love IT, they're wonderful people. God bless them, but I worked at a hospital where you couldn't even find the guy. He was never in his office. I even looked behind his desk one time. I really thought he was hiding behind the desk, but he was never there. I literally had to wait by his truck. Yeah, he thought we were going to fight. I'm like, no, I need that report, man. You know, yeah, and that's what you have to do with him. You've got to hunt them down. These guys are the hunter. You email them, you get nothing. You text them, you get nothing. You call them, you get voicemail. Okay, these are the ones that you need to corner. You need to corner them, and that's what I did. After I cornered him and his truck, I never had a problem after that. Okay, and I got to admit, the IT department at this hospital, for a 300-bed hospital, there were 3 guys, and I get it, 3 guys for 300 beds in a hospital. Oh my God. Yeah, they needed a bigger department, but they weren't going to give it to me. So I get it. I still need the reports. Okay? The no person. Everybody work for this? No matter what, you go to your boss and they say no. 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 After a while, if they're telling you no all the time, what do? You quit or you stop going. You got a great idea, and then what happens? Your friend goes, God, go tell the boss. Nah, not worth it. He's going to tell me no. They say no to everything. I hate these guys. I really do. They're non-dreamers. They really are. You know, and you know where you get your best ideas? From your people. Unfortunately, with these folks, you got to go around them. You got to go around them, man. You know, it's sad, and you're gonna make some enemies. But sometimes you may have a game-changing idea. You may. You never know. You know, I think one of the things we do as employees is we shortchange ourselves. Okay? We really do. Because we do have great ideas. And if you're a leader, your job is to listen to your people. Because they may come up with a game-changing idea, and it happens all the time. I've witnessed it. I've seen it. I've seen what students put together. I've got a group of graduate students right now. They blow my mind what they come up with when I give them projects. And they hate me. But I go, you're going to learn. You're going to learn, man. The whiner. When you work with these people, would you like some wine with that cheese? The whiners feel helpless and overwhelmed by an unfair world. Their standard is perfection, but nothing measures up to it. They're never happy. Okay? Misery loves company, so they bring their problems to you. Now, as a leader or just as a human being, what do? You try to solve them, right? But that's not what they want. They don't want you to solve them. And I used to tell my kids this, too bad, so sad, get over it. With whiners, the best way is to give them solutions. And they'll start leaving you alone. Because they don't want solutions. They just want to complain. And normally whiners, they complain about stuff that can't be changed. I worked at a place where they wanted the pay periods changed from every 15 days to every 2 weeks, you know? And this was a huge, huge corporation. And I'm like, oh, good luck. And they wanted me to sign the petition. And I was like, oh no, I'm not signing that. I like working here. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, at least whine about something that can be changed. The thing with this is when you offer them a solution and they want to change, they can't do it. They can't do it. Okay? And that's how you handle them. And after a while, they'll stop whining. Okay? I had my middle daughter. She was the whiner. It worked. I was like, what are you whining about, man? Okay? dealing with these folks, okay? You can stay and do nothing, but frustration builds up, and then you become the bitter guy, okay? You can vote with your feet, you can leave, but remember, don't burn bridges. You know, don't burn bridges, don't do it. Do it, it'll come get you. Dallas is a big city, but everybody knows everybody, right? El Paso's not a big city. It's got 800,000, that's it. But everybody knows everybody. Yeah, you can't swing a dead cat in that town without hitting somebody. I'm not against cat, don't get peed on me, okay? All right? So, how do we deal with these crazies? You can change your attitude about the difficult person. Learn to see them different. Listen to them different. And feel differently around them. If you hope to find the willpower and flexibility, you can make the fourth choice. By the way, I want to go back to the tank. You know how you handle the tank? Find something that they love. And in this town, I bet it's the Dallas Cowboys. And whether you love the Dallas Cowboys, I'm not a hater, don't get me, okay? But whether you love them or not, start talking to them about Dallas Cowboys. Okay? There you go. What have you done? You found a common bond. Once a tank has a common bond with you, they're going to stop being so aggressive. Okay? I learned that dealing with doctors. Not doctors like me, real doctors who help people. Okay? Because they can be difficult people. Okay? And that's how I learned this. Okay? Oops, going backwards. Here. Sorry. I think this world. And what we need to do with these people is we need to change our behavior. Who's the only behavior we can change? Us. We're the only ones. If you change your behavior with your difficult person, then they've got to find a different way to handle you. Okay? Because remember, guys, the only person we can control is me. The only person I can control is me. That's it. I can coach people. I can. You know, I have a saying, and it's kind of bad. It's coach them up or coach them out. And I can coach you if you'll let me. Okay? If you'll let me coach you, I can coach you up. But some people, difficult, they don't want to be coached. They think they got it. Okay? The lens of understanding, I'm going to finish up with this because I just got the 5 minutes. What is your level of assertiveness? And this level goes from passive to aggressive. And all of these 10 people we talked about, they're in there. You have the yes people that are very passive. You have the tanks that are very aggressive. We don't want to be aggressive. We don't. What we want to be is we want to be assertive. Aggressiveness is hostile and combative, and that's going to get you in trouble. Okay? Assertiveness is to state or express positively and be self-confident. And that's what we want. People say, Dr. B, you're kind of aggressive. No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm assertive. Okay? If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. Let me find out. I don't know. Some things, if you talk to me about nuclear physics, I'm going to go, what? Yeah, there's some things I know, there's some things I don't. And I'm certainly not perfect. Okay? There's 4 kinds of people. Get the task done, get the task right, get along with people, and get appreciation for people. Now, if you're managing folks, okay, you've got to make sure all 4 of these are being taken care of. You got to get it done, or you're not going to last long. Okay? You got to get it done right. Okay? That's key. Okay? We want to get it done right. And we got to make sure that everyone's getting along, because if they're not getting along, it's not getting done, and it's certainly not getting done right. Okay? And last, everyone in this world wants to be appreciated. Everyone. I'm going to leave you with this. The strongest thing you can do when you're leading people is let them know you appreciate what they do every day. It's a basic human need. Respect and appreciation. And if you don't believe that, go home tonight, tell your partner, I love you, but I don't respect or appreciate you at all. And see what happens. Yeah, it's probably going to get pretty ugly. Yeah, because we need love, everyone needs love, but we need respect and appreciation. That's key. Key. Okay? All right? So, my time is up. I want to thank Snap Recruit for having me come out. This has been a great experience for me, and I want to thank you all for putting up with me for 35 minutes that I was up here. God bless you.
Well, I am with Fidelity Investments, and we are actually looking for folks who are interested in financial services. We also have several roles online, so if you're looking for technology type roles, those are roles that we actually have online right now. I am also currently looking to fill customer service roles within our call center environments. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Bowman. I'm the Talent and Acquisitions Director and Diversity Director at Globe Life and Accident Insurance Company. We were founded in 1951. We're currently looking for jobs in our McKinney location in both information security and IT, and we'd love to have you come visit our website and apply for us sometime soon. Thank you.
Hi, this is Samit Marvin from iHalo. iHalo is a business phone solution provider. We are based off VoIP. It's our own software and technology that we've built ground up. We're currently servicing 150 clients, and what iHalo does, it saves you money while providing you an efficient business solution that allows you to have multiple lines on your phones, as many extensions as you want. We provide handsets for each added extension, and the price is just $16.99 a month. That allows you to have call forwarding back to your phone. It has voicemail feature. It does have an interactive receptionist model, so you can also set up a reception model onto your phone, and of course save money as you do that. So once again, iHalo is a business phone provider. You can find more information on our website, which is ihalo.io. It's not .com, it's ihalo.io, and from $16.99 a month per line, you can have a business solution for your business and save you a ton of money while making your business more efficient. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Darmitris Kilgore. I'm the President and CEO at Finding Me Academy Global, which is a after-school and summer program, nonprofit, and what we're looking for are community partners, individuals that are coming in and pour into our youth as they discover their purpose. So feel free to reach out to us at fmaglobal.org for further information. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is a phenomenal event. My name is Darmitris Kilgore, as Jonathan stated. I'm going to tell you a quick story, and this story hopefully will resonate with some of you all or individuals that you come into contact with, and the reasoning why Finding Me Academy Global was developed and why I have such a passion behind the vision. I was born and raised in South Bend, Indiana. My dad left me at the age of 8. I turned to crime. I was carrying a legal firearm, a .38 revolver that I bought off the street, sold illegal drugs, went to jail for stealing, and was about to be sent off to boys' school if I didn't get my act together. And my grandparents took over. My grandmother introduced me to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. My grandfather, he was former military pastor. He owned his own lawn service, so I was exposed to entrepreneurship early on. And I was also bullied in school, so I would cut grass with him in the summer times to be able to earn myself enough money to buy myself some school clothes. And I started playing basketball in the 8th grade. I was a late bloomer, and the kids would make fun of me, how awkward I was, but I didn't quit, I kept working. Then I left high school as the 7th best shooting guard in the country by USA Today, being highly recruited by all the major universities, but I didn't have my grades. So focused on basketball that I forgot student athlete. So I had to go the junior college route. So I came down here to Tyler Junior College and did very well for my 2 years here. I actually could have went to the NBA right out of junior college. I was ranked the #1 shooting guard in the country, and we had the Vancouver Grizzlies, who's now the Memphis Grizzlies, coming to my games. But I declined that offer to keep my word to Coach Gene Cady at Purdue University. He was highly recruiting me coming down and making sure that I had all the things that I needed to attend Purdue. And my goal was to go up there, play basketball for a year, enter my name in the NBA draft, and take care of my family for the rest of my life. But I found that sometimes we have these ups and downs in life and twists and turns that you never know what may happen. So enduring these vicissitudes of life helped equip me for the next step. So I graduated from Purdue University with a bachelor's degree in sociology. I started volunteering at my mentor's organization, Heroes Camp, and substitute teaching. And I earned the favor of the superintendent of schools, and they brought me in and put me on teacher salary without any teaching experience. I taught 3rd and 6th grade, I was a first-year teacher, and they let me go due to the recession. So that's when I came and relocated down here to Dallas-FortWorth Metroplex. I've been down here for about 7 years, and it's been a great experience. Working 2 jobs just to make ends meet at the time when I was married, and just didn't know what I was called to do. I didn't know my passion. I didn't know my purpose. And so it took going through a divorce and me even contemplating committing suicide to bring me closer to what it was that I was called to do. And so what I did was I got into a quiet place, and I started writing down the different ideas and visions that I would have when I would sleep. And I said, wow, these are the things that I needed as a kid. These are the things that I think our kids need today. And I can remember I was presenting the idea and the concept to different school systems. And I got a no at every turn, or I will give you a call back, or I'll send you an email. And I will begin to get discouraged because I'm like, wow, all I want to do is do good. And so after about maybe 6 months, things started to turn around. I started getting a group of kids to train in basketball. And then I started incorporating mentorship. So I would check on their grades. I would call and check on, see how they did in school. I would go to their basketball games or any musical events just to be that fatherly presence that I didn't have growing up. And then I found that as more I would give of my time, I started to see the reward that people would come alongside and start helping the vision. Because we all have great ideas, but if you don't have the right character and the right intention in that idea, people are not going to back it. And so I knew that I had to have a good character. I had to have a phenomenal speaking ability to be able to grasp people's attention. And so with Finding Me Academy Global, what we do is each month our kids have a different component. And so that component can range from science, technology, engineering, arts and math, leadership training, financial planning, public speaking, etiquette, culinary, job training, college and career readiness. We offer tennis and basketball, and we're actually scratching the surface on football because just to be honest, sports is what really brings people together. All cultures, all races. It doesn't matter. If you have somebody from a different region from you, when you're on the same team, you guys have the same goal. So I truly believe that sports teaches our kids about leadership. It teaches them about dedication, about keeping your word. And if you can't perform your word in well enough time, you make sure you let that individual know. And so we're having an event on September the 16th at the Space Dallas in Deep Ellum. This is our 2nd annual Taste and Tell event. And it's basically a global experience for our kids. So our kids are going to be able to indulge in different cuisines and be able to talk about that culture with the chef that they have partnered up with. And it's important for our kids to know how to be able to take care of themselves instead of eating out all the time. Man, fix something at home, save money. So these are the different principles and features that we offer our children. And what we're going to do is we actually have a booth, a vendor booth right in the back. We're selling tickets. Tickets are $50, and so that covers your food, it covers your drinks, it covers everything that you need, and you are giving to a worthy cause. We do not charge kids anything for attending Finding Me Academy Global. It's all free of charge. This has come off of, just strictly faith. I had to give of money of my own. Sometimes, I lived homeless before. Sometimes bills didn't get paid, but I had to stick with the vision. And now that I've stuck with the vision, I'm absolutely starting to see the other side and starting to see up. So I want to encourage all those individuals who are out here seeking a job. I would say seek your passion, seek your purpose, because the job is only going to last for so long, and you're not going to wake up with the satisfaction and knowing that, hey, I'm making a difference in some way doing whatever I'm doing. But chase your passion, your purpose, and do not chase money. The money will follow. Trust me. We just secured our first and largest sponsorship with the #1 Chevrolet dealership in the country out in Grapevine. And so things are just steady happening. So continue to check your heart, treat people right, and people can recognize authenticity. So I just want to encourage everyone out here, continue to keep striving for greatness, Please come back there and see us if you guys want to purchase some tickets or just find out how you can get involved. So I thank you all for this time.
All right, well, my name's Penny Miller, and I'm the president of Venture HRO, and we do all kinds of HR consulting. Our job is to make businesses more profitable by helping them unload jobs they don't want to do and by helping them take advantage of the talents of their people.
Hi, I'm Steve Lamata, just here coming from JOBCON 2017. It's been a phenomenal event. There's lots of job seekers getting connected with employers and employers filling their needs in their open positions. Been a lot of energy. This is the first year, and it's been, after many years of experience going to HR and technology events, they've really done a phenomenal job here, and very proud of the fact I've been involved with it, and look forward to next year in 2018. Thank you.